Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video talking about why I think you should do Minionless Necromancer. And the reason why is because when I was fighting Ashava during the Server Slam beta, there were so many times before that hotfix where my minions would just die instantly. And so I was kind of at the point where like, why even summon them? So I came up with this build to go about a way of actually being able to just do the damage myself instead of relying on minions. And I took Hemorrhage, I'm probably saying that wrong, which basically would create blood orbs everywhere. So I kind of had like mini health potions lying across the map. And I ended up taking it into this one where you gain attack speed while you're healthy. It just felt really nice. I know a lot of other people were using the bone skills. They didn't mesh with me. And because of that though, it was very much of a sustain like skill. And it did deal damage, but didn't deal as much. So when I took my second skill for something that actually used up essence, I took Sever. And Sever was really nice because it would hit and then it would return back. And then I made it to where every fourth cast made the enemy vulnerable. And this was really nice because the two minions that I sacrificed, my mages and my just skeletal reapers, I made it to where I deal 15% increased damage to vulnerable enemies. And then I also made it to where I deal 15% increased shadow damage to them as well. So that plays into it because darkness is a category that encompasses shadow damage. So what it ended up happening was it was basically deal 30% increased damage. And I was like, sweet, that's awesome. Not to mention my buddy was playing a rogue and he was making the enemies vulnerable as well. So if my fourth cast wasn't keeping them consistently vulnerable, I always had him to back me up. Now, one other thing that I had going for me was I fought Ash for the first time. And I didn't have Blood Mist. I ended up picking a piece of gear that gave it to me as a +1 level, which I'm really happy we're getting gear that like enables builds like that. But Ashva dropped this weapon for me. And this made the game feel so much nicer. On top of it having like way more damage, it made Blood Mist no longer have like a movement speed penalty. So I was able to freely move around and it dealt damage while I was in it. So it wasn't just this feeling of going into this sustain like skill and feeling like, oh, that's all I'm doing. I'm not really helping out very much. It wasn't the most damage, but it was something. And so that made it feel really nice. And then just because I wanted to help out everyone, I kind of felt like I wasn't the top dealing DPS person. So I kind of wanted to lean into that. And I took Decrepify and Iron Maiden because I wanted to make the enemy take more damage. I wanted them to be slowed and deal less damage. I wasn't completely confident on if the deal less damage actually affected Ashava, but whenever I cast Decrepify on the boss, it would build up the stun meter, which was really nice for getting it to where we could get that couple of seconds where Ashva was on the ground stunned. I genuinely felt like that helped in some of our encounters where we were really cutting it close. And also Decrepify allowed me to reduce my cooldowns a bit. It was kind of a lackluster build. Like I felt like I was kind of a curse bot like in Path of Exile, but all in all I thought it worked really well. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I think you should consider this if you're doing party play. But I really hope that this gives you some ideas for launch, and I'm looking forward to seeing people's build ideas. Hope you're having a good idea, and see you later. Bye.